don't get bogged down with them matching perfectly, because they're not going to match perfectly. They're sisters, not twins. Sometimes they're cousins. This is how I've been doing my brows lately. I am trying to use products that I already own. I own so many brow products. Brows are kind of like a thing for me. I spend a lot of time on my brows. I probably spend more time on my brows than I do on any other individual thing on my face. But I do also get the most compliments on my eyebrows, so that's why I'm making this video for you guys, just so you can kind of see the method that I'm using lately. I do change it up all the time. I am going a little bit darker on the brow because my hair is dark and I just feel like the darker brow just looks a little bit better. I'm not going to say natural. I almost said natural. Looks a bit more natural, but obviously my brows are done. Like, that's very obvious. But I don't mind it. So I am going to be using the Anastasia Brow Pomade. Love this stuff. I'm using two different colors, a darker color on the outside of the brow and a lighter color for the inside of the brow. And I'll go into further detail on that during the tutorial. But I started using the brow pomade after my eyebrow pencil kind of ran out. Like mid makeup session, it ran out on me. I didn't realize that I was so low, so I'm like, okay, I can't go out with one eyebrow. So I went through my stash and brought out my Anastasia brow pomades, and I'm like, why did I stop using these? They're so good. I make sure and take care of them as best as I can. I make sure they're properly closed to prevent them from drying out prematurely. But I will say the medium brown is a bit drier than my chocolate. But all I do for that is, I think I mentioned it in another tutorial, but I'll mention it again. I put a drop of this cleansing oil into the pot itself, just one teeny tiny drop, and I mix it up with a spatula. I just like take the spatulas that they have like at Sephora sometimes, and I'll just keep some around to mix up the products, and it rejuvenates the product and it comes out creamy and smooth again. It doesn't affect the consistency. As you can see, you know, my brows aren't rubbing off on my face or my fingers. It's still waterproof. As long as you don't put more than a drop, you should be fine. And that also works for like gel liners. I've also used it in my soft ochre paint pot too. It's drying out just a bit, so I will add just a drop of it and it becomes creamy again. So that's you know, just a quick little tip for you if you find that that's happening to your products as well, because these ain't cheap, at least in my opinion. So that's just a little way that I can use my products a little bit longer, as opposed to, you know, them drying up and having to get rid of them and, you know, buy a new pomade. I hate wasting money. But so enough jibber jabber. Let's jump on into the tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed before you leave. Also, give it a thumbs up if you like this or you learned anything. And don't forget to say hi in the comments. I love talking to you guys, and I always reply back to all the comments. So, okay, yeah, let's jump on in. Okay guys, so as you can see, to save time, I did one eyebrow, but you know, I do one the same as I do the other, so I'm just going to show you how to do it on this brow. And I'm going in initially with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown for the outer portion of the eyebrow. I'm going to go in with a different pomade for the inner portion once I am done, but I'll show you that in a second. Now just taking this angled brush, I'm taking a bit of the pomade on the angled brush, and I'm initially going to, starting from here, just trace the lower line there, and then take it onto the tail. So slowly adding product. Filling in the sparse areas, and then just kind of filling in a bit as we go. Now you can draw another line here on the top. Just follow the curve of your brow, and then just fill in basically. You don't want to see the outline. You want to blend them all in so that there's, you know, no harsh lines. Since my hair is dark, I don't mind a bolder brow. I just think it looks better with the dark hair. And you just keep tilting your head, angling it, and see where you may want to adjust. I'm gonna go up a bit higher here. Roll that in. And clean that up a little bit with just some cream concealer. I'm gonna define the tail a bit. Okay, I'm gonna tuck that in. And now I'm going in with another pomade, but this one is in chocolate. I don't want the front of the brow to be as harsh as the tail, so I go in with this softer, lighter color and just blend the two together. So I get not quite as harsh or filled in a look in the front of the brow, but it's still defined, if that makes sense. And I don't use very much, just keep blending. I swear my eyebrows look different every day. This tail a bit longer. Lots of people use maybe a magnified mirror or a smaller hand mirror, and they do their brows and it's like really close, and you know, you can certainly do that, but it's best, at least for me, what I found is to do it with a mirror that's not necessarily magnified. You don't need it magnified, but you want to see what your brows look like from a distance, because the story that, you know, your handheld mirror is telling you here is a different story than what a mirror further away is telling you. And that's how most people are going to see you, obviously, from further away. So you definitely want to pull back and look at both brows at the same time, and then just kind of adjust back and forth until you have them matched as best as you can. You know, don't get bogged down with them matching perfectly, because they're not going to match perfectly. It's just the nature of the beast, really. They're sisters, not twins. I think we've all heard that saying, but it's true. Sometimes they're cousins. And that's pretty much it. She says that she keeps adding product. Okay, there we go. Now let's pull back just a little bit, shall we, so we can continue a conversation. Okay guys, now that I backed you up to a decent distance, close-ups always freak me out. But here's both eyebrows done. So that's pretty much it, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!